Guess what I've gotten into recently? Drugs. Nah, what's going on, humans? All across the goddamn planet. This past couple week or so, I have gotten into and have watched the whole entire Harry Potter series. Now, I'm sure you might be asking, why now, all of a sudden, in the ripe age of 20, almost 21, Justice, have you decided to sit down and watch this kid's film? Well, hypothetical viewer, I realize I'm late 20 to 21 years, and the Harry Potter series first started when I was only 2 years old. That sentence did not make sense. I was only about 2 months old when this film series started, and unfortunately the hospital did not come with theater tickets to Harry Potter. But here I am, making up for my lost time. Now, it's rather mad. Shit. It's rather mad when I think about it, when I read about Harry Potter, this whole entire just fandom in itself. This whole entire, series, has been so popular. And I knew me, now, I knew I was oblivious to things that go on in pop culture. But holy shit, when I say I never realized how huge Harry Potter is. And still is. I never realized. I've recently been going around watching videos. I'm like, bro, how are these videos still getting millions of views and shit? How is this series still so relevant? And I'm like, damn, this fandom is fucking strong. And like any fandom, obviously, as the years go by, it would the fan base would start to fizzle out, yeah? So obviously the fan base of Harry Potter can't be as big as it was back then. So it's had to have faded out in recent years, meaning that it was fucking huge back in the day, and I must have been fucking oblivious to it. Obliviate! Let me tell you real fast a little bit about what I remember back in the day when I was younger that I remember about Harry Potter. There are a couple distinct moments. Shit, I might be exposing myself here. I just want to say, guys, I was very young at this point. I was like single digits. I was like 9 or 8 at the fucking time. I just want to say I'm not the same person. Y'all, don't cancel my 9-year-old self, please. I beg of you. So first thing I remember, and I don't exactly know what movies it was connected to, but it might have been either the Half-Blood Prince or it might have been the 2-parter of Deathly Hallows. But there was one film where there were people going around at the midnight premiere of the movie, and they were spoiling what happened at the end of the film. I remember watching those, and I thought they were the funniest, bro. Because I have to rewatch those videos, right? But I'm telling you, people were breaking down. I'm talking niggas were fucking crying. People were throwing shit at the people that were spoiling it. And obviously now, and I realize that's a fucking dick move. But y'all have to realize I was a fucking menace when I was younger, boy. I found that shit hilarious. And then the second thing, and this is a part, please, prepubescent boy, don't come for me, all right? In one of the movies, I believe this was one of the Deathly Hallows. It was probably like part 1 or whatever. There was a scene where Hermione and Harry kissed. And this was back in the day when YouTube was all about clickbait. Everybody was doing that joint. So the video was titled Hermione and Harry Potter Have Sex. Bro, I was like 8, dude. I was like 8, bro. And so I ain't about to, bro. I'm not about to expose myself, bro. I'm gonna just say I remember watching that video distinctively, being absolutely disappointed. And then years later, when I was watching this series, I was like, wait a minute. Ain't somebody supposed to have sex in this series? I don't know about this one, bro. I ain't trying to see this shit, bro. But thank God that my memory was fucking suppressed, and what I thought I saw was not in fact real. Cause holy fuck, that would have took a real left turn. But anyways, bro, it's still so weird to think about, at least from my perspective, because people who have been in this fandom since like 2001 when it first started, right? Oh, I should say with the film series, because obviously the books have been around, I believe, since 97. It's like this fandom is still so strong, and that's not something that you ever see with a lot of media. And I feel so like left, and I feel like left out in a sense. Like I feel like I really should have gotten into this series when I was younger, because it's not even like I didn't like things like this. There are other series made for younger audiences that I was a part of that I really liked, but they never went anywhere. Things such as like the Spiderwick Chronicles. Yeah, that's the most comparable thing I can think of right now. But I read the books, I had the games, I had all this media surrounding that, and that just kind of faded out. Nobody really talks about that anymore. I loved Wizards of Waverly Place growing up. Well, did I really like that series, or did I like Selena Gomez? No, I like both of them. Yeah, I like both of them. And I definitely do remember seeing Harry Potter like stuff releasing, but I would never like get into it, because obviously there were so many damn movies. And every time I would try to get into it, I remember specifically trying to get into it, but let's talk about how long those damn movies are. 2 hours worth of film? Jesus Christ! I had to take breaks in the middle of watching those bitches, bro. But every time I would try to like catch a film, it was always either the first film or the second film, and it was always the same scene. It was this scene with like, it was either the Cerberus, not Snape, but like the three-headed dog thing, and then, or either like a huge ass snake, which I believe it was either like the ending half of the first film or the ending half of the second film. It was always those two scenes. I have no clue how every time I would try to watch Harry Potter on TV, it would always be those two scenes that I would only see. It was like, damn, they're already finishing up the movie, bro. Like, I have no clue what the hell's going on. So I essentially just watched all the movies back to back in the span of, like I said beforehand, a week or like 2 weeks or so. And I actually thought I was not gonna like this series. Like, when I've watched the first film, Philosopher's Stone or Sorcerer's Stone, whichever one you want to go with, I really enjoyed that film. That is definitely peak one of my favorite films in this series. But I don't know how exactly to categorize it, because you got me fucked up. You think I'm about to spend another like 2 hours worth of film watching that whole entire series back, boy. But it's like after Sorcerer's Stone, I feel like the films kind of took a dip. The second film was so disappointing to me. And I don't know what it was about the first film, but there was so much like, I feel as though it was like Harry getting introduced into the world, and obviously us also being introduced with him, that everything was just so grand, new, and special. And it was just this childhood innocence and curiosity, which still had like an adult nuance to it. Like even now, me watching this as like a 20-year-old, I still felt like the film was fucking hilarious. Like, and that's the one thing that I love about the whole entire series, even as it goes on. Like, fundamentally, at least from my understanding, Harry Potter is a property for younger people. But as it matures, and even starting in the first film, it's still like a family film. That's what I should categorize it as. The thing is, with family films nowadays, it says that they're family films, but they're really just like, they're not even for kids anymore. They're like for 3-year-olds and shit like that, bro. They're for toddlers. And that's why I was very apprehensive to watch the series. I'm like, bro, I ain't watching that shit, bro. Niggas in college. Fuck, I look like watching a kid's shit, bro. But that 2000s family movie essence, I feel like with the second film and maybe even the third film, you'll find that I get the titles mixed up and I get the movie sequences mixed up. Please bear with me. But the second film, it really dipped, bro. I was watching that and it just dragged on, son. Like, and I tried not to critique it because again, I was watching and I was like, this is like a family film. It's not something I should really take seriously, especially in one of the films, and I believe it was the second one, Chamber of Secrets. It was like Harry and the gang. They would always be there would always be something scandalous that would happen, and they would always literally be right next door and get blamed for it. And the first time it happens in the film, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And the second time, I'm all like, Harry, watch your fucking back. And then the third time, I'm literally sitting there and I'm like, Harry, go find a fucking teacher. Don't stay here. Why the fuck? And he's like, oh, I must investigate. I'm like, Harry, go find a teacher. And then obviously while he's fucking investigating the fucking scandalous act, the fucking teacher comes up behind him and is like, I got you, Potter. I'm like, Harry, are you fucking stupid? And then he get blamed for it a third time in a row. I'm like, God damn, this shit is not for me, man. I cannot, it's just not interesting. And I think that also came in a little bit in the third film as well. But I feel like I feel like where the series took off and became more interesting and became more mature, I should say, would be with the Goblet of Fire. Cause trust and believe, if Goblet of Fire was not interesting to me, boy, I would have just dropped this whole entire series altogether. But the Goblet of Fire and that whole entire film and the ending, and then just see Dick. Man, hold on. We gotta have a moment of silence for my man C. Diggs, bro. Cedric fucking Diggory, bro. Rest in peace, my nigga, bro. I feel like that film still captured the family film essence, but also kind of matured the series as well. Because obviously, the original film came out in 2001, and then I don't know when Goblet of Fire came out, but it was a considerable amount of years later, so the fan base had grown up. And that's what I feel like the films in between Goblet of Fire and that's what I feel the movies between Sorcerer's Stone and the Goblet of Fire needed, is that maturity. And I think that also had to do something with the directors, because I hear that the directors for Potter films changed very often, as like it was very stressful to direct the series. And I am very curious as to how different the series would have been, at least the films that I didn't like, if the original director, Chris Columbus was still directing those films. I wish Christopher Columbus came back. As an American, that sentence feels like treason. But straight up after Goblet of Fire, and then every film after Goblet of Fire, I was writing it down. I have notes about this that I'm actually neglecting really fucking badly. Every film preceding Goblet of Fire, I was like, that's my favorite film. That's my favorite film. That's my favorite film. It was progressively getting you. What film series do you know progressively gets better as it goes on? Like the first film, right? I think in its own right was perfect. If they had not made this series into a series, I think the first film would have just been golden on its own. But as they went on the second film and then potentially the third film, I didn't really like them as much. But then after that, the fourth film, the fifth film, the seventh film, the eighth, bro, it just got better and better. And I was like, how the hell are they doing this? You know what I mean? Also, can we just talk about that Radcliffe fellow for a bit? I know this gets talked about so much, and I'm sure people within this fandom are probably tired of hearing this, but Jesus Christ, That dude is a fucking anomaly. It's like, imagine having the world at your fucking fingertips at the age of like 11. Bro, this dude should have been, I shouldn't say should have, but how the fuck is this guy not fucking deranged? How is he not gone off the deep end? Like, you see him now, and he's just like a regular ass dude. You see fucking like TikTok stars get fucking 2,000 fucking subs, and all of a sudden they're Mr. like hot shot big nigga. But this dude had the fucking world internationally. I have homies in Japan that know this nigga. I know niggas in. I only have foreigner friends in Japan. Okay, well. Everybody all over the world knows this nigga. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Everyone does. You don't even have to be a part. You don't even have to have watched the films to know who this guy is. You recognize his face. It's like even childhood stars, like people that I grew up with, like the Sprouse twins. I try to list so much shit, but then I name one fucking example and I get fucking obliviate. Like, I lose all of it, bro. Is there a spell to remember shit? Remember that shit, like, goddamn, like I can't remember shit, bro. But it's like even their stardom fades as they get older. But Radcliffe, right, from 11 to when was the last film released? Like, even into his adulthood, like I remember looking up in the last film, he was actually older than me. He was 21 when that film was released. I'm still 20, my nigga. Like, I can imagine being fucking like 10, 11, and then going from like my childhood all the way into my adulthood, having everybody worrying about like what I'm doing and what's up with me. Bro, I get fucking anxiety off of posting on YouTube. That's why I never check these fucking comments, cause I'm scared of you niggas. But yeah, man, it's wild that he is still fucking sane. But so while watching the films, I have to say they were, well, speaking about compelling people, speaking about compelling people, and in this case, compelling characters. My favorite characters within well, I shouldn't say my favorite, but the most people that I want to talk about right now is Ron, Snape, Draco, and then his father. Lucius, I believe is Draco. Lucius Draco. Ron was a very strange character. I feel as though, and this must be something that the books expound upon much further, but I feel like there was so much that was supposed to be done with this character that just wasn't seen in the films. Again, I haven't read the books. I haven't touched any type of media. I haven't even dove into any theories or watched any explanations on anything yet. So I'm gonna get a bunch of things wrong. So again, please bear with me. But Ron, right? I could tell from the very first film that there was supposed to be like some huge arc and revelation with this character. I feel as though he was supposed to go through some like grand redefining of who he is. And I guess that was kind of seen in the Deathly Hallows, but I don't know, it felt kind of lackluster in comparison to what I thought it would have been. And he is my favorite character, honestly. I don't know what it is about him. Maybe it's just that he's very goofy and he kind of reminds me of myself. Even though in the Deathly Hallows, he reminded me of a bitch-ass friend that I used to fucking have that always got fucking jealous of what the fuck I did when I was trying to be my own fucking person, and this nigga would always fucking copy everything I fucking did, and he would always get fucking pissed when I would overshadow him and everything. It's like, nigga, get your own fucking personality and stop trying to copy me! Anyways, I really did like Ron. I really did like his character, but I feel as though there feels like there was something missing. It feels like there was something that was supposed to be there that might have been there in the books, but it just wasn't foreseen. It just wasn't retold in the movies, and I don't know what it is, and I'm really curious to know if I'm right about this, because I feel like there was something supposed to be told about his character and about his story that just wasn't seen. And then Draco, Draco. Let's talk about his father first. Why the fuck did Lucius have a job at Hogwarts? Miss Rowling, JK. What the fuck is her name? I don't even know her name. Jennifer K. That's what I'm about to name her as. Jennifer K. Why the fuck was Lucius working at Hogwarts? After the second film, like Chamber of Secrets, that nigga tried to off Harry Potter. He tried to hit him with the fucking Avada Kedavra. Like, what the fuck? That's a forbidden ass spell. You're telling me nobody, bro, wasn't he talking to Dumbledore? You're telling me Dumbledore did not hear this loud ass nigga in the fucking hallway, Avada Kedavra? Like, you telling me he didn't hear that? The most powerful fucking I'm just making that shit up. I don't know if he's the most powerful wizard, bro. I'm talking for fucking evidence. The most powerful fucking wizard in the world didn't hear fucking Avada Kedavra? Like, my nigga, what? It's like, bro, Harry, he just tried to fucking kill you, my nigga. Like, go report that shit. I don't know how, and that's what I was talking about, bro. Like, the Chamber of Secrets, right? I was looking at that film, I was like, oh, this is so fucking ridiculous, man. There's so much shit that could have been avoided. There's so much shit that I feel like should have happened that didn't happen. Probably just because this film is for kids and I'm supposed to like overlook this shit. But I'm just like, how the fuck was Lucius still employed at Hogwarts? Dumbledore, hop on that shit, my nigga. Who else was I gonna talk about? Draco. Draco is such, I feel like Draco was such a, I'm not about to say misunderstood, but I feel like his character should have been used in such a different way. I feel like his character had so much potential to be great like Snape, and I'll get to Snape's beautiful ass fucking story in a second. But Malfoy was just like, Draco was just like a freaking cartoonish villain, honestly, to me. And one thing that I was kind of sitting here thinking about is like Draco, right? And I'm not about to do that shit every time. Is I feel like his character would have been so interesting if it was a dynamic of, because in the films, at least, Draco only hated Harry because he kind of blew him off in the first time they met. He was all like, excuse me. I was about to say he was all like Potter, but no, excuse me. Let me recreate it how Malfoy does it. Potter. Fuck! I just spit all over my camera. He's all like Potter, and then Harry's all like, no, that's not my name. Fuck off, little blonde-haired bitch. And then Draco's just all like, that's my arch nemesis for the rest of the fucking time. And then I guess moving forward in the series, we kind of have to assume that Draco doesn't like Harry because his father doesn't like Harry. It's all like, great fucking explanation, dude. Like, my father doesn't even like, maybe I shouldn't say that. Gay pride. Anyways. But I feel like if Draco, right, if he had met Harry and he tried to be friends with him and Harry just kind of blew him off like he did in the first film, but he still tried to get on Harry's side, and Draco kind of had this relationship with his father where he was trying to always impress his father, but his father never really paid attention to him. But then as soon as Lucius saw Harry, obviously we know that Lucius is a double agent for Voldemort. So he kind of takes Harry under his wing to kind of spy on him, but Draco, obviously not knowing this, would see this as his father giving all types of love and affection towards Harry, and that would build like a hatred for Harry in Draco. I feel like that dynamic would have been so much more interesting instead of, my father hates you, so I must hate you. You know what I mean? I just feel like it was so like Saturday morning cartoon. It just felt boring to me, honestly.
And honestly, at some point, Draco's fucking Draco. Honestly, at some point, his character kind of just pissed me off, dude. I don't know what movie it was, but it was like every fucking time Harry would just show up, this nigga was just always like, Potter. It was like he was always on some shit. It was like, why Harry, bro? Like what do you have against Harry, dude? Like, no, he doesn't want to fucking hang out with you. Like, go find some other fucking friends, my nigga. Goddamn. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And it might also have to do with the fact that fucking Ron's character in Deathly Hallows and then Draco, both of those characters combined at those two instances remind me of this bitch ass nigga that tried to be friends with me back in fucking bitch ass nigga, stupid ass nigga, fuck ass nigga. Oh my god, I would love to Avada Kedavra that nigga. Goddamn. He was on my dick 24/7. This nigga tried to act like my friend, but I swear this nigga would always fucking hate me, bro. Like, fuck. Nigga, do you like me or do you hate me? Like nigga, make up your goddamn mind. Avada Kedavra on that nigga, bro. Well, shit, that's enough about Draco. Draco. Snape. Holy shit. I feel as though his character is the thing that makes me want to get into the books and see what was missing about his character. Because obviously, they can only do so much with film. I mean, the films were already 2 hours. They couldn't stretch it out more to give us more story and expound upon these characters greater. But holy fuck, I did not think Snape was going to be such a compelling character. From the first film, I was all like, oh, this nigga Snape, he's evil as shit, bro. Then a twist happened. Oh no, he was trying to protect Harry. And I was thinking, oh, that's the end of his character. But then, like, the other films, I don't know what film it was, but it's set up, oh no, he's actually like a double crosser. Like, he's under Dumbledore and he's acting like he's spying on Voldemort, but he's actually a genuine spy for Voldemort, and he's just acting friendly for Voldemort, but he's acting friendly towards Dumbledore. I don't know if that just made sense. If you know Harry, bro, you should know what I'm talking about. And so I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, okay, so this guy actually is like evil. And then the whole twist happens. It's like, no, he was actually in love with his mother, with Harry's mother. His father was like a dickhead to him. He was trying to protect Harry because he loved his mother so much. I was like, damn. Like, Snape was the original simp, my nigga. No. But it's so mad how much his character, like there's so much I feel like I should say, but I don't know how to explain it because obviously my thoughts are just all jumbled up and I don't know the exact details of it. But it's like his character is so golden, dude. I love everything about his character, and that's really mad because I genuinely did think I was gonna hate that character. Like, I hate fucking Draco, dude. Draco's a fucking bitch, dude. And you know what's funny? You know what fucking pissed me off about Draco? Is that this nigga is such a bitch, right? But he is so clean. Like, do y'all see his outfits, dude? Like, he is the cleanest looking dickhead I've ever seen. Like, the dickhead that was always on my fucking dick, man. Bro, he has the worst fucking... Let me, bro, I gotta... Obliviate. I gotta get that nigga off my mind, bro. It's like he is the cleanest, annoying ass motherfucker I've ever seen. Every time he's on screen, I'm just looking at him, just like, you fucking bastard. But all your fucking outfits are so fucking clean, dude. I can't be mad at you. Honestly, all the outfits in this series is fucking golden, bro. I know we were supposed to be talking about characters, bro. I kind of got bored of that shit, so production wise, man, shout out to everybody who worked on that fucking film, mate. Because I look at other family films around that time, they were not putting in that money that the fucking producers and everybody else behind the scenes were putting into Harry Potter, mate. It's absolutely wild. Like I was looking at the first one, I was like, this was 2001? Golly, Warner Bros. was really going at people's neck with the budget that they put into this film. But yeah, man, I don't think I really have anything else to say. I had a bunch of notes, but if I'm honest, this shit's kind of boring. Yeah, I'm late to the party. 21 years late to the party. I'm having fun going through the fandom right now. And I am seeing a bit of like moistness though from like people who have. I am seeing a bit of like moistness from like people. I hear that this fandom is very like gatekeepy. Holy shit. So I'm sure yeah, I'm never gonna look at the comments of this video. Holy fuck. I had this interaction with this with this person online. I didn't join in the argument. I just watched it from the sidelines like I was Batman. And it was somebody talking about, somebody talking about the houses that they got sorted into. And somebody was like, oh, I'm Gryffindor. Oh, I'm Hufflepuff. And then some person replied back and was like, not y'all acting like you actually got sorted into a house? Not to burst your bubble, but the sorting hat in Hogwarts does not exist. How embarrassing. And I sat there, I was all like, yeah, no shit, Stephanie. It's called having a fucking imagination, you crusty ass dusty bitch. It's like, bro, like niggas can't just have fun like nowadays. Like, not you acting like you actually got sorted into a house. Like, no shit, we didn't get fucking sorted. It's called taking a fucking online quiz and fucking joining up, just being a part of the fucking world, Steph. I should fucking. Like, goddamn, like, bro, people like that be pissing me off, dude. But anyways, man, I'm chilling. I'm having fun. I'm loving like getting into this world, hopping into this fandom. You know what I mean? Everything's cool. I just gotta stay away from people like that, mate. But yeah, that's kind of my experience getting into the Potter films. Will I ever read the books? Probably not. I am illiterate. But thank you for suggesting, and I will see you guys later. Peace.